attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
Clay Center here at Mark A. Chapman Activity Center here. By the way, this is a pretty new football field, and it's the third year that Clay Center has played here. It's on the east side of the high school here, pretty much east-northeast part of town. You can pretty much see the country from where we're sitting here at Clay Center. It's a north-south field, and that's, of course, the press box, the home side on the west side, the visitors over on the east side there at here at Clay Center. But they've had the track here before. They've had a track, and this is their practice facility for football. I believe they played middle school football games here prior to all this renovation, but now it's a turf field, and they've got the track redone, new bleachers, new press box, and a pretty nice facility here at Clay Center that is in the third year. Of course, same year that Scott City put in their turf field as well. So both teams are third year on the field turf. But should be it's a much different environment than it was 4 years ago over at the other place there on the west end of town. It was an old WPA project. Anyways, here in Clay Center, this is the first round of the playoffs here, the Week 9 playoff game. Scott City enters their 30th playoff appearance, 57-25. They're 23-3 in this Week 9 by district round. And first road playoff game for the Beavers since 2020, and they lost to Riley County just, about 20 or so miles, 25 miles to the east-southeast here. They lost 43-14 there in November of 2020. That was the last time. First time that they've been on the road for the playoffs by district or Week 9 since 2008. They went to Holcomb and won that. They were a district champion. Scott City was a district runner-up that year. That's when they just took 2 out of each of the districts. That was back when everybody had a 16-team district back in the day there. So that's a little bit of history there. So Scott City and Clay Center, as I mentioned, meeting for the 5th time. Scott City does lead the series 3 games to 1. And against the North Central Kansas League, they're 15-2, 3-1 against Clay Center, 1-1 against Wamego, 6-0 against Concordia, 3-0 against Abilene, 1-0 against Chapman and Marysville. And their newest member, second year in the NCKL, Rock Creek, the Beavers have not played before. But this should be a pretty good matchup here tonight. Both teams pretty comparable stats. Even with 7 games for Scott City, the averages are about the same. And so we take a look at it here for the Beavers. A pretty good win against Colby. I think that's a pretty athletic team that Scott City defeated last week, 48-16, and they gave up a couple of long plays. Other than that, they really controlled the defensive side of things. 180 yards of offense allowed by the Beavers, and it was an offensive output by Scott City where they threw for 209 yards, had 369 yards of total offense. Drew Metzger threw for 209 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 picks, and he also had a rushing touchdown. Kevin Wiebe, really kind of that full-time role there in that tailback spot in the place of Matthew Wheeler, who was held out. He's back in the lineup tonight. He had a career 100-yard game on 20 carries. But Scott City really, for the most part, controlled that ball game, even though got to get a little interesting after the pick 6 in the third quarter, but the Scott City ball control was big in the win. Defensively, the Beavers have been really good. They gave up 181 yards to Colby last week, 126 on the ground, 55 through the air. And out of that 126, of course, 71 just came on one play. So it was pretty good there, and right at their season average of points yielded, 16 per ball game. But Scott City, did force one turnover. They got a fumble recovery there for the senior Emilio Contreras on senior night. On the flip side, you take a look at the Clay Center Tigers, and Mark Henry, a sixth season. He's a Clay Center alum. I believe he's a Rule 10 coach in farms outside of Clay Center here, and he was actually a teammate for a while of Landon Franks at Fort Hays State University, but he's had a pretty good program here. They've had some recent success in the playoffs. They made a deep playoff run in 22, it was, and they made it to the sub-state round, lost to Andale, and have lost to Andale last couple of years in a row. They won a wild one here a year ago on this field, 47-46 over Pratt, and they do not pass the ball a whole lot. In fact, they've only passed the ball 29 times this year. Drew Hoffman just 7 of 29 for 193 yards. He has a touchdown. That was in week 1 against Abilene and 4 picks. So they do not throw the ball very much. He, in fact, was 0 for 2 last week. All of their yards came on the ground. 372 yards of offense on the ground. So it's that flex bone offense, kind of the Air Force, Army, the Naval Academy look of offense. And they run it pretty well, and they love to give it to Isaac Girton. He is a 205-pound senior, 5'11". He has 1,123 yards, 17 touchdowns. He has over 50% of the rushing yards and over 50% of their carries this year. So we're going to see a lot of number 25 tonight for the Clay Center Tigers. But then their second leading rusher is Ethan Leitzel. They like to get it to Drew Hoffman on the quarterback keeper as well. They do have some shuffling on the line. Corbin Davis, he's the senior left guard. He's out. They'll put in Brody Bowser as a left tackle. He's only a 180-pound sophomore. But we're going to break this down a little bit more here on the other side of this timeout. We'll come back in 2 minutes. This is Beaver Football.
We all know the weather in western Kansas changes daily, and that's why your Ream specialist, Faro Heating and Cooling, is there for prompt quality service. Faro Heating and Cooling services all brands for tube heaters, gas fireplaces, gas piping, and sheet metal. They service for both residential and commercial units. For repairs or estimates, call 620-872-3508 or visit them at 910 West 5th Street in Scott City. Faro Heating and Cooling proudly supports the Scott City Beavers.
Right now at Lewis Nissan of Garden City is the best time to replace those old tires. From now until October 31st, buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. It's the best price you can get all year. Don't have a Nissan? That's okay. The sale still applies to you. So get ready for the holiday travel season with some new tires from Lewis Nissan of Garden City and save big. Buy local, buy for less. Buy your tires from Lewis Nissan of Garden City.
For many years, the Rural Opportunity Zone has helped many young adults return home. There are many benefits for young adults to participate in the Rural Opportunity Zone. Scott County Development Committee matches up to $15,000 in tuition reimbursement for graduates with an associate's degree or higher. The best part? You must move to Scott County. Find out how you can move home and start your career in Scott County with the Rural Opportunity Zone by contacting Nicole at Scott County Development Committee or go online at kansascommerce.gov.
Built and owned by cattlemen, Scott Pro is your partner in beef production. Doing business with people that know and understand the industry gives you the advantage in today's ultra-competitive and ever-changing marketplace. Ingredient and bulk sampling help fine-tune your feeding program and achieve production goals. Targeted supplements designed to match your exact needs are the standard at Scott Pro. Call us today at 620-872-2189 and let the professionals at Scott Pro design your custom supplement.
And we return here to Marquette Chapman Complex here at Clay Center here as we're moments away from kickoff, about 7 minutes away from kickoff here. Starting a little earlier tonight, an hour earlier. Winner gets the Andale Indians. They had a nice start to the playoffs last night with a 69-0 win over the Chapman Fighting Irish. Andale continues to have the nation's longest winning streak at home as they've won over 85 consecutive home football games there in Andale. The winner will go there next Friday night. Let's kind of talk a little bit more about 7 on the ground, 173 through the air. They've given up some pretty big passing games, or have had some pretty big, our opponents have had some pretty big passing games against Clay Center this year. But they give up a note here as well. The two quarterbacks, Drew Metzger for Scott City and Drew Hoffman for the Clay Center Tigers. Their older brothers were juniors the last time they played. They were both starting quarterbacks as well. Of course, Dylan Metzger for Scott City and Drew Hoffman's older brother for Clay Center were both junior starting quarterbacks the last time these two teams met. And let's take a 1-minute break. We'll come back with the starting lineups, keys of the game, and the opening kick here from Clay Center. Back in a minute. This is Beaver Football.
BBN is sponsored by Circle C Farms, Iron Insurance Partners, David Post, Norder Supply, R Brothers Auto Body and Mechanic, Scott City Eye Center, R6 Ag, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Scooters Coffee, The Cottages at Garden City.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
The members of BBN work hard to broadcast high school sports and events. BBN is a program at Scott Community High School that allows students to find their interest in broadcasting. This year, BBN is partnering with Scott Community Foundation on Giving Day, which is on Thursday, November 6th. It is our goal to raise money for new studio lighting. You can donate through scottcf.org or in person at Scott Community Foundation office. Thank you for your support of our program and students like me.
Adam Kadavy with you here tonight. We let Tim go trick-or-treating here tonight, so he's not joining us here. If you see him, do give him some good candy. But let's get to your starting lineups. Once again, presented here by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. For the Beavers, coached by Jim Turner in his 10th season. The quarterback is the junior Drew Metzger. 910 passing yards. He has 2 rushing touchdowns, 7 passing touchdowns this year. The tailback will be the junior Matthew Wheeler. Caden Couchman is a halfback. He has 10 total touchdowns, 7 on the ground, 3 through the air. Peyton Bergner, the senior halfback, has 8 total touchdowns, 3 through the air. The wide receiver is Aiden Tarango. Brody Holstein, who had his first career touchdown last week against Colby, the tight end. Kaleb Beaton, the center. Easton Eisenhower, Emilio Contreras, the guards, and then it's Gossman and Gossman at left and right tackle, the senior Blaze at left, and Mickey Gossman is the right tackle. For the Clay Center defense, they'll run a 3-4 look. There's a pair of twins that are the defensive ends. They're also on the line there, Dylan Kramer and Levi Kramer. Dylan Kramer's 25 pounds heavier than Levi. Carter Beswick is the 240-pound nose guard. The senior Isaac Gurton and Noah Gibson, the interior linebackers. The Sam linebacker, Caden Schwab. The Jack linebacker, Will McCann. The corners, Aiden Gordon and Caden Good. Free safeties, Ethan Leitzel and Jaron Brimfield is the strong safety. Pair of juniors there for the Clay Center Tigers. Keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trower. You go with the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with their policyholders. Keys tonight here for Scott City. I think the first big key, maybe especially on offense, is maybe go a little bit up tempo and see maybe you can wear down some of the Clay Center Tigers there on offense there. Go a little up tempo on offense, push the pace a little bit. Second key for Scott City is mainly a defensive thing. They have to be disciplined. That flex bone offense, it can be a triple option look. And they're a team that Clay Center can take a long, long time off the clock. Their opening drive a few weeks ago against the Wamego Red Raiders, they took about 8 or 9 minutes on their opening drive. And so discipline on defense is going to be key. All right, those are your keys of the game presented by State Farm agents Michael Trout, as we're right here at the top of the hour here. And, of course, the winner goes to Andale next week in the regional round of the 3A playoffs. Scott City won the toss. They deferred to the second half. They'll have the slight wind at their back, about an 8 to 10 mile an hour wind. Temperatures here a little chilly. It's overcast and 53 here tonight at Clay Center. So the Tigers will defend the south end zone. We'll go into the breeze here in the first 12 minutes of play. But a good crowd making about the 4-hour trip to Clay Center from Scott City. And Clay Center, kind of a smaller crowd tonight. Part of that is because their volleyball team is at the 4A state tournament in Hutchinson today. They went 2-1 in their pool play, and they advanced out of that to the semifinals coming up tomorrow. So Scott City will tee it up at the 40-yard line with the sophomore Pablo Salas. The Beavers wearing those road white tops. They've got the Columbia blue helmets, the Columbia blue pants, SC decal, and the light blue numbers. Clay Center in the black uniform. Scott City's seen enough orange and black teams. Tigers in their all black uniforms, helmets, pants, jerseys, the white numbers. They have kind of orange striping on the side of the helmets. Just a plain helmet, no decal. Salas to kick it off from the 40 right in the middle of the field. Deep to return for the Tigers will be Ethan Leitzel. He's standing at his own 5-yard line as Scott City defends the north end zone in the first period of play. 12 minutes on the clock, and this Week 9 playoff game is underway. End over kick. It's going to be returned from the 11-yard line for Leitzel. Right up the middle, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He stumbles across the 40, 45, and is tackled at midfield by Boston Loudon. About a 39-yard kickoff return that time by Ethan Leitzel, and Clay Center with great field position right at the 50-yard line, 9 seconds into the game. The quarterback is junior Drew Hoffman. He has thrown for just 193 yards. As I mentioned, just 29 attempts this year. Touchdown and 4 picks. He has 306 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. It'll be Isaac Girton in a shotgun formation for Hoffman. Girton, he is going to carry the bulk of it. He is to his right. They'll send 2 receivers to the right, 1 bunch to the formation, 1 split wide right. From midfield, middle of the field, it'll be a quarterback sweep right side and blowing up for a 4-yard loss. That time by Brody Holstein. Back at the 47, it'll be a loss of 3. Second down and 13 for Clay Center, just underway, no score. Is this pretty much a quarterback sweep to the right? They go no huddle. They got the plays on the wrist sheets. Second down, 13, Clay Center at the Tiger 47. They'll send a man in motion to be an option pitch left side. Here's some room bouncing outside, breaking through 1 tackle, 45. It's going to be a first down inside the Beaver 40 to the 38-yard line. On the carry that time, Ethan Leitzel for 15 yards. And Couchman of the tackle, so there's the option there right off the bat for the Tigers, and they have a first down into Scott City territory at the 38-yard line. No huddle. Receiver split to the left in their flex bone, set tight end right side. It'll be keeper this time by the quarterback, 35. He'll take it to the 32 for 6 on first down. Peyton Bergner and Easton Eisenhower on the tackle, but that was quick hitter between the right guard, Quint Jake and Levi Kramer, the right tackle, for a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4, 10:40 to go first quarter. And no score, but the Tigers are their 4th play of the drive right now at the 32 of Scott City toward the middle of the field. Receiver split to the right. 20 to snap it. Man in motion. It'll be a handoff right side to Girton. His first carry has a first down inside the 30 to the 24, a gain of 8. And that time Peyton Bergner on the tackle. But Clay Center after the first play of -3, a 15, a 6 and an 8-yard run, and now they have it at the 24 of Scott City. Their second 1st and 10 with their 5th play of the drive coming up. Checking out is the freshman Caden Schwab. The 2 receivers, Gordon is split wide, or is a slot to left. And he's actually lined up on the line, and also receiver left is good. From the 24, it's a counter left side. Scott City will drop him down, spin him to the turf for a loss of a yard to the 25. Blaze Gossman brings down Ethan Leitzel for a yard loss. 2nd and 11. Another key for Scott City's defense here is going to be getting Clay Center behind the change. They're definitely in 4-down territory. We're 2 minutes in. This is their 6th play of the drive, no score. At the Beaver 25, 2nd and 11. 2 receivers, both or 1 to each side. Left hash mark from the Beaver 25. They'll send a man in motion. It'll be option play right side. The pitch is there. And cutting it up, 20-yard line. First down to the 14-yard line goes Jaron Brumfield. And a gain of 11 and a tackle made by Cooper Irvin. But it's a gain of 11 and a first down right at the sticks at the 14 and into the red zone. Colby did not attempt to or did not have a play in the red zone against Scott City, but this is the opening drive, and Clay Center looking pretty good other than 2 negative plays. 3 minutes in, no score, but the Tigers on the right hash mark send a man in motion. They're going to run the option up the middle to Girton. He'll gain 3 on first down to the 11-yard line. Tackle underneath there made Matthew Wheeler. So Girton with his second carry. Second down 7 at the, actually 2nd and 6, Tiger 10-yard line. Middle of the field, 3 minutes into the ball game. Opening drive, man in motion. They're going to run the option, and it's going to be back up the middle to Girton. It'll be 3rd and a yard. He'll gain progress to just inside the 6-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1. So another 5-yard run for Girton, or his 3rd carry for 17 yards. This will be the 9th play of this drive, all on the ground here for Clay Center. The Tiger first 3rd down coming up here. This year, the Beaver defense, it's 27% on 3rd down, and back up the middle, it'll be for Hoffman. It'll be 1st and goal at the 2-yard line for a gain of 3. So 1st and goal, Clay Center at the Scott City 2-yard line, and Clay Center, other than a couple of negative plays, has made this drive look pretty good, easy here with 8 minutes to go first quarter. No score, but 1st and goal for the Tigers at the Scott City 2-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Girton. He will rush in. Touchdown, Clay Center. Girton with his 4th carry on the drive and a 10-play drive for Clay Center. 50 yards and 4:06, and they lead 6-0 with 7:54 to go first quarter. So 7:54 to go first quarter. They'll kick the extra point. It'll be Carter Good. He's 19 of 28 out of the year out of the hold of Aiden Gordon. Carter Beswick, the center. Low snap placement down. The kick is up, and it splits the upright. 7-0 Clay Center. 7:54 to go here in period 1. We'll come back in 30 seconds for the kickoff. This is Beaver Football. Is it time to change up your...
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers.
Football tonight presented here by American Implement, B&H Paving, Bartlett Grain, Beaver Creek Feeders, Beavertown FFL, Beef Belt, Burning Farm, Shells, Flowers and More, Circle C Farms, Clint's Diesel Repair, Decal Bear, Elevate You, and Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz. That scoring drive for Clay Center after they got a 39-yard kickoff return to midfield. It was a 10-play, 50-yard drive. Only had 1 third down on that drive that they attempted, which they converted, and took 4:06 off the clock. Isaac Girton rushed it in from 2 yards out, and it was Caden Good who booted in the extra point. He'll kick it off from the 40. Couchman and Bergner deep to return, a high end over kick. This will be returned by Bergner, catches at the 20, 25-yard line, trying to bounce to the left, but he's going to go to the 29-yard line, and that's where Scott City will start 1st and 10. Jude Peterson, the 145-pound junior, with the tackle. So Scott City down 7-0. We'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 29. 7:48 here in the opening period. Winner of this game goes to Andale next week. Other score on the 3A West from last night. Rock Creek shut out Smoky Valley 56-0. Triangle will be split to the right. Ball in the middle of the field for the Beavers. 1st and 10. Scott City 29-yard line. Tight end left side. That pistol wing tee handoff left side to Caden Couchman. He'll leap across the 30 to the 32. A 3-yard gain on 1st down. Tackle that time made by Girton, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 7. This is going to be a lot of run for both sides tonight. Scott City will probably air it out quite a bit more than Clay Center. 32-yard line for 2nd down and 7. 5 on the line there for Clay Center. Pistol wing tee set up. Metzger back to pass on 2nd down. Has plenty of time. Now surveys, rolls to his left, now loses some room. And he breaks through a tackle. He's going to get across the 25, 30 outside the numbers, 35, and he's close to a 1st down. He made something out of nothing there. They're going to mark him about a half a yard shy at the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. How he got out of 3 Tigers back at about the 20-yard line, I do not know, but it's about 3rd and inches for the Beavers. 6-yard run officially for Metzger, 3rd and inches. The Beavers this year on third down, 37%. They were 4 of 11 against Colby last week. They just needed to get it across the 39. The ball just shy of the 39. An offset eye. Clay Center stacks the box. Wheeler carry on third down. Now's the first down, 40, 45 to the 47-yard line. And Aiden Gordon with the tackle on a gain of 9 on third down and inches. And the Beavers will move the sticks on their opening series down 7-0 at the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. So Scott City dodged some danger there, and they have it now at the 47 left hash mark toward their sideline. Irvin splits to the left, tight end, Holstein right side. This will be a counter play up the middle. This is to Bergner, and he gets back to the line. That is it. Second wave, Isaac Gurton with the tackle right there for no gain for Bergner. Second down and 10 at the 47-yard line. Scott City tried that inside counter there. Did not work. Clay Center had it defended well. Aiden Tarango to bring in the play as we're nearing the midway mark of this fast-moving first quarter. Clay Center marched 10 plays on their opening drive, take a 7-0 lead. Receiver left, tight end right on second down. Wheeler carry, trying to bounce to the left side, gets to midfield, and he'll take it to maybe, they'll say his knee went down right at midfield for a gain of 3 as he was escorted out of bounds that time by Ethan Leitzel. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 7 right at midfield for Scott City at the 6:03 mark of the first quarter. So another third down attempt, but this one a little longer to go for Scott City as Wheeler comes out. Hopefully he's okay. They'll run 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 to the right of Metzger in the backfield on 3rd and 7 right at the 50. Back to pass as Metzger rolls to his right. Now eludes the rush, flings it out. Couchman catches it, turns upfield, and he is going to be close to a first down, but he stepped out of bounds at the 44, they're going to say. He needed 7. He got 6. But that time, tackle made by Jaron Brumfield for a gain of 6. 4th and 1. Scott City likely to go for it here. At the 44-yard line, that was Couchman's 25th reception of the year. That one good for 6. He needed 7. And Scott City on 4th down this year it's been tough at times. They were 2 of 3 last week. They're 37% on the year. But 4th and a yard, manageable as the Tigers stack 6 to the deck and handoff left side to Couchman. Has a first down as he's still on his feet inside the 40-yard line and to the 38-yard line. He'll gain 6 on 4th down on the ground. And the Beavers will move the chains for the second time. Their 8th play of this drive coming up with 5:47 to go first quarter. As they Clay Center rotating some personnel up front. They run that 3-4 look, but they're walking up their outside backers to make it kind of more of a 5-2 look. 1st and 10, they're also walking up a safety. Here's the handoff right side to Weeby. He'll gain about 2 on first down to the 36-yard line. Isaac Gurton making the tackle that time. Weeby's first carry good for 2. 2nd down and 8. 5:18 to go in a fast-moving first quarter. Clay Center 7, Scott City nothing in this Week 9 playoff game. Scott City's 30th playoff appearance, Clay Center's 28th. Both these teams were pretty heavy 4A schools for a long time, and now with all the classification changes and the numbers for each class, they both dropped down to 3A. 2nd and 8. 36-yard line, middle of the field. Couchman in motion. He'll get the jet sweep left side. Has some room on the outside. Stiff arm as he takes it to the 30-yard line. A nice play by Isaac Gurton. They'll actually mark him at the 31. Just a gain of 5, but it's 3rd and 3 at the 4:45 mark of this first quarter. Couchman at 3 carries and 14 yards. This is Scott City's 10th play of the drive. They're 1 of 2 on third downs, facing a 3rd and 3 at the Tiger 31-yard line. This is their opening drive that's taken over 3 minutes. Shotgun set up with the wing to the right, receiver right, play fake. Rolling to his right on third down. Passes caught by Couchman, 25-yard line, 20. Trying to get it inside the 20, and he does as he's into the Wheatland Electric red zone to the 16 as he's stopped by Caden Good on a gain of 15 out of the backfield for Couchman, his 2nd reception, and it's a Beaver 1st and 10. So 2 of 3 are the Beavers on third downs. Play number 11 of this opening drive at the 4.5-minute mark of the first quarter. 7-0 Clay Center. Scott City, 4 of 4 last week in the red zone. They've converted on their last 6 red zone opportunities. They're 54% on the year. From the 16, 1st and 10, Weeby carry inside the 15. He'll be sandwiched at about the 13, they'll say. A gain of 3 on first down, setting up 2nd down and 7. At the 4-minute mark of this fast-moving first quarter. The Beavers at the 13 of Clay Center, down 7-0. Both teams are using the drone cams, the old sideline cams. They're both using drone cameras this year. Beavers will break the huddle with Irvin split to left, same with Couchman. Split to the right is going to be Holstein. Matthew Wheeler back in as a tailback, 7 to snap it. From the 13, 2nd and 7, Metzger rolls to his left. Steps up, and now he's going to be sacked back at the 19-yard line. That just took long to develop on the tackle that time for Clay Center. Gavin Riles, a 270-pound senior nose tackle, and a big loss on the play. First negative play for Scott City, and now it's 3rd down and 14. 3rd and 14 now for Scott City. After that 7-yard loss with the 3-minute mark, first quarter, Clay Center 7, Scott City nothing. And this is play number 13 of this drive. And that's eaten up over almost 5 minutes. Scott City may have to call a timeout. They have 7 to snap it as they break the huddle. Pistol wing T, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And they're going to call timeout here with 1 on the play clock. We'll take a quick break as well. 2:43 to go first quarter. Scott City with 3rd and 14, trailing 7-0. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Beaver Football. Back here at Clay Center here, Scott City trailing 7-0 with a big 3rd down coming up and 14 at the Clay Center 20 after the sack. So really the first adverse opportunity here for the Beavers. Clay Center had a 10-play opening drive that took off over 4 minutes. Scott City has had a 13-play drive here. This is the 13th play of the drive, excuse me. Every down to go sequence has been situation has been a 3rd down for Scott City. They're 2 of 3 on 3rd downs. They have converted a 4th down. This time this is 3rd and 14 at the Tiger 20. From the left hash mark, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end right side. Metzger on 3rd down, back to pass, has time. He throws in the middle field, caught it by Trango inside the 10. He's going to be close to 1st down, and he might have it at the 5-yard line, and he does. He slithers through a couple of different Tigers, and it's 1st and goal at the 5-yard line on a 15-yard reception. Trango's 9th catch of the year sets up 1st and goal for the Beavers at the 5 of Clay Center. So Scott City with their 14th play of the drive coming up here. Goal to go at the 5 at the 2:18 mark of the first quarter, down 7-0. Wheeler carry up the middle, gets it to maybe the 4. Actually, no gain officially. It'll bring up 2nd down and goal with the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Isaac Gertner at the tackle. This will be play number 15 of this opening drive for Scott City. A minute 55 to go first quarter, down 7-0. This is their opening drive. Clay Center marched it 50 yards on 10 plays for their opening drive touchdown. The Beavers need 5 yards in 3 plays here. On second, here's a toss left side to Couchman, trying to bounce the outside, does so, but he gets upended. Quick play that time. Ethan Leitzel will knock him down for no gain, they'll say, at the 5. So Scott City has gone nowhere since making it to the 5. And a 3rd and goal coming up. Another 3rd down attempt for Scott City with a minute 25 and the clock running in the first quarter. A 6.5-minute drive, and this is where the Beavers need to come up with something and finish a drive like this. 7-0 Clay Center. The Beavers are 3 of 4 on 3rd downs. They'll send 2 receivers, make that 3 to the right, 1 to the left. And now Wheeler will line up to the right of Metzger with 5 to snap. On 3rd and goal from the 5. Metzger, high snap, but has it. Rolls to his right. Now steps up. Now still rolling to his right, looking for somebody. And he is going to throw it late up for grabs, and it's picked off at the goal line. It's picked off that time by Jaron Brumfield, and he'll take it to the 5-yard line. Oh, a tough break that time for Scott City. A almost 7-minute drive, over 7-minute drive. They take it to the 5, and interception by Clay Center's Brumfield, his 2nd pick of the year, and the Tigers will lead at 7-0 with 46.8 to go first quarter and have it at their own 5-yard line. Boy, that's a tough momentum breaker, but the Beaver defense needs to rise to the occasion. Clay Center at their own 5-yard line, 1st and 10. They have 10 to snap it. At their own 5-yard line, left hash mark. They're going to run the option, and it's up the middle and gaining nice yards to the 11-yard line is Isaac Girton. Tackle made by Caden Couchman. And we'll see the game clock and play clock pretty much synonymous, but Clay Center with a lot of confidence running up the gut there. They gained 6 on 1st down, the 11. That's his 5th carry for 25 yards. 2nd and 4, 11-yard line, 20 seconds to work first quarter. Handoff to Girton right side. He gets through there, 1st down, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and is up in it all the way to the 40-yard line on a 29-yard run. Aiden Tarango with the tackle, but Clay Center running it at will against Scott City. And 13.7 to go first quarter. The Tigers out of their own end zone, now at the Beaver 40-yard line, or at the Tiger 40-yard line. That'll run out the first quarter clock. Scott City trailing 7-0. 12 minutes in the books here at Clay Center. We'll come back in a minute for the second period of play. This is Beaver Football.
Every Friday, you rely on BBN to watch Scott City football. BBN is a student-ran broadcasting group this year. BBN is partnering with Scott Community Foundation for Giving Day. Giving Day is on Thursday, November 6th. Funds raised on Giving Day this year will go towards new studio lights and other projects that keep BBN up to date with the industry that we might be in someday. To donate, you can go to scottcf.org or in person at the Scott Community Foundation office.
Just how busy your lives can be. This is Braden Robinson at Western Kansas Insurance, and we would like to remind you that the deadline date for your fall crop is September 30th. If you have any changes or would like to hear about any of our new products, call 620-872-5866 or stop by 310 Court Street in Scott City and ask for Chris Robinson, Lynette Robinson, or myself. We are here for you. This agency is an equal opportunity provider.
7-0, Clay Center leads it, and they have all the momentum after Scott City marched down the field 15 plays through an interception at the 5-yard line, and the Tigers on 2 plays, all by Isaac Girton on the ground. Already out to the 40-yard line. He has 54 yards on 6 carries already in this first quarter, and the Tigers with a 7-0 lead in the football. Receivers bunched to the formation on both sides. They changed the play with their flex bone set. 40-yard line, 1st and 10. The sun peeking out behind us a little bit as some clouds finally exit the area. Scott City has 6 guys stacked up on the line. Man in motion, play fake, rolling to his left. Here's Emilio Contreras trying to chase down Hoffman. He'll just tuck it up and he'll get hit at the line, but fall forward for 2 to the 42-yard line. That time, Blaze Gossman the tackle, and Brody Holstein as well. After Contreras was trying to chase Hoffman out of the backfield on the play fake. Their first somewhat pass attempt of the night, but they net 2 rushing yards. 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. 7-0 Clay Center. We're just underway here in the second quarter from the Mark A. Chapman Activity Center. From the left hash mark, 42-yard line, Clay Center, 2nd down and 8, man in motion. They'll run the option. They hand it off to Girton. He'll gain 2 yards to the 44. He's tripped up right there. And it'll set up a 3rd and 6. Clay Center has attempted 1 third down. They got it on their opening series. So Contreras trips him up for just a gain of 2. But it's 3rd and 6. 2 receivers set for Clay Center. 1 split to both sides. They go no huddle. We're 1 minute into this second period. Tigers 1 of 1 on 3rd downs, leading at 7-0. Man in motion, play fake. They're going to run the option. They'll pitch it late. The ball's loose. And Scott City falls on the football at the 43-yard line. Covering it up is going to be Mickey Gosman. The pitch was Problem that time by the quarterback, Mark Hoffman. Scott City will start on the plus side of the 50 at the 42 of Clay Center. So Scott City needed a much-needed turnover for us. 10:48 to go first half, and they have it up or down 7-0 at the Tiger 42-yard line. They need to cash in on this turnover after they had the ball for over 7 minutes on their opening drive. Scott City will empty the backfield with two wings. They'll run two receivers to the right, one to the left. It'll be a jet sweep play right side. Bergner turns it upfield, now bounces it out, 40, 35, and breaks through a tackle, 30 down the right sideline, 25, but he's out of bounds inside the 25 and down to the 24 and a gain of 18. He was pushed out. I believe that was Leitzel who pushed him out of bounds, but a nice gain of 18 for Bergner. 1st and 10, Scott City, and a little life now on the Beavers sideline, now at the Tiger 24-yard line. Three receiver set. Wheeler, the slot receiver left, along with Irvin. One receiver to the right, an empty backfield. Here's a carry for Cashman inside the 20-yard line, and he spins to the 15-yard line. He'll gain 9 on first down, and a little pep in the Beavers step on this drive on 2 plays. He has 5 carries and 23 yards, setting up a 2nd and a yard. 10:20 to go, second quarter. Clay Center with the lead 7-0, but the Beavers with 2 big plays now to this Tiger 15-yard line, right hash mark, moving to the north end zone. Man in motion. Here's a play left side for Cashman. Falls his lead blocker, has a first down inside the 10. The Powell keeps pushing inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line on a gain of 6. Scott City, their second trip into the Wheatland Electric red zone. And it'll be goal to go for the Beavers on their 6th 1st and 10 of the half. It was a pack of Tigers there with the stop at the 9, 1st and goal. 2 minutes into the second quarter, Clay Center 7, Scott City nothing, with the Beavers threatening, trying to take advantage of a Clay Center fumble on 3rd down on an option pitch. Irvin splits to the left, same with Wheeler. To the right is going to be Holstein. Empty backfield from the 10 or 9 is a keeper by Metzger as he's hit at about the 7, and that's where it'll be goal to go for the Beavers. Tackle made by Noah Gibson on a gain of 2, 2nd down and goal. 9:40 to go, second quarter. A fast-moving first half. Clay Center 7, Scott City nothing, but the Beavers need to cash in on this drive. This is already their 5th play of the drive. They've snapped it 21 times already in this ball game. Clay Center at 15. Second and goal, Scott City, Clay Center 7. 2 receivers to the right, one to the left. Empty backfield with 2 wings. 13 to snap it for Metzger. Sends a man in motion. Play fake. He looks left on 2nd down. Fires it for Bergner. He makes the catch, turns it up inside the 5. Does he hit the pylon? The answer is yes. Touchdown, Scott City. Peyton Bergner sneaks it in the left pylon at the end zone. And the Beavers are 1 point away from tying it up with 9:06 to go first half. Good job that time by Metzger, rolling to his left, finding Bergner, who made the catch and then turned it up and found the inside part of the pylon. And the Beavers are 1 point away from tying this one up. And we have a Pablo Solis to attempt the extra point here. He is 25 of 29 on the year out of the hold here of Aiden Tarango. Scott City 1 point away from tying this one up here with 9:06 to go second quarter. Snap, good place down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. It sneaks in the right upright. It's a brand new game. 7-7, 9:06 to go second quarter. The Beavers to kick off in 30 seconds. This is Beaver Football.
Check out Axis Seed Red Barn and see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus.
Football tonight is brought to you by Fairleigh Company's First National Bank Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, and also Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, Great Western Tire, Deckmart Furniture and Appliance, High Choice Feeders, Amy Farms, HRC Feed Yards, and J&R Car and Truck. That scoring drive for Scott City went 5 plays and 42 yards. It took off 1 minute and 42 seconds, and they get the 5-yard pass play from Drew Metzger to Peyton Bergner. The extra point by Sellis tied this game up at 7. A high-end over kick. It's returned by Clay Center at the 15, up the middle, 20-25, across the 30-35, and up to the 37-yard line goes Ethan Leitzel. So Clay Center's had some pretty decent kickoffs as they have the ball at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. We're all evened up at 7, 9:01 to go second quarter. So Scott City, nice job taking advantage of a turnover, turning it into points. Both teams, or Clay Center +2 in turnovers this year. Scott City, after that turnover, forced even. Receiver stacked to the right side in the middle of the field for the Tigers. They go to the south end zone in the second quarter. Toss right side to Girton. Turns it upfield across the 40. Gets hit, but then falls forward for 7 on first down to the 45-yard line. And on the tackle, Kevin Wiebe, along with Peyton Bergner, 7 yards on the first down carry for Girton. He has now 63 yards on 8 carries. Second down and about 3 after that 7-yard run at the 45-yard line. They send a man in motion, left to right. It's a toss right side and missing through there. Holstein will drop the running back Leitzel for a loss of 5 back to make that 6 to the 39-yard line, setting up a 3rd and 9. It'll set up a 3rd and 9 for Clay Center. Ball at the Tiger 39, 7-7, 8:15 to go second quarter. The Tigers will line up Clayton Good as a receiver. Also tied in Caden Schwab, the freshman, to the right side. Some shuffling of the personnel. They'll move Schwab over to left side. And stacked to the right side is the receiver Good. 10 to snap it for Clay Center. The Tigers 1 of 2 on 3rd downs. They change the play with 5 to snap it. And now Hoffman goes under center with 2 seconds, 1 second. He's back to pass on 3rd down under duress, and he gets hit as he throws it. Pass is caught for a first down at midfield. The pass was caught by Isaac Girton, his first reception of the year, on a gain of 11 to midfield, and the Tigers will move the sticks here. Tied at 7 with 7:44 to go first half. So that was only his 30th pass attempt of the year. His first one good for 11 and a Tiger first down at midfield. 7.5 to go second quarter. Quarterback keeper inside the 45 of Scott City and headed the 44. And a nice quick hitter by Hoffman for a gain of 6. Tackle made by Cooper Irvin for the Beavers. It'll set up a 2nd down and short. So Hoffman comes back up and pops out a 6-yard run on his 6th carry of the night for 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. Make that 2nd and 3 at the 43. They gave him 7 on first down. Receiver left is Schwab. Man in motion. He'll run the option. He'll keep it himself. He's got room, 40-yard line, and a good job by Bergner to hang on to an ankle and tackle him at the 36 for a gain of 7. That was very close to being broke for a big run. And the Tigers, with a couple more first downs, now have it at the Scott City 36-yard line, 1st and 10, 6:48 second quarter, 7-7 your score. Well, split good to the right. Middle of the field, 36-yard line option up the middle to Girton inside the 30-yard line, 25-20, and he's off the laces. 15-10, 5, touchdown Clay Center. Isaac Girton with a big first half. This one from 36 yards out. He has 9 carries and 99 yards and both of the Tiger touchdowns, and they reclaim the lead 13-7 with 6:32 to go first half. So Clay Center answers quickly here. 6:32 to go first half, and they'll attempt the extra point. Will Caden Good out of the hold of Aiden Gordon. 13-7, Tigers back on top. Snap is good, placed down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. Clay Center back on top, 14-7, 6:32 to go first half. We'll come back in 30 seconds for the kickoff. This is Beaver Football.
You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family a one-size-fits-all prescription, so why settle for a one-size-fits-all seed? At Circle C Farms, we partner with Beck's, America's largest family-owned seed company, serving farmers for 5 generations. Order early and save with Beck's commitment rewards and early order discounts. Plus, take advantage of flexible financing options, including 0% financing. Circle C Farms and Beck's, the seed that fits your farm and your future.
Results. Back here at Clay Center, the Tigers answer back. They convert a 3rd and 11, or 3rd and 9 on an 11-yard pass play to Girton. Then Girton, with a couple of runs, that one finished off a 36-yard touchdown run. The extra point kicked in by Caden Good, and the Tigers back on top 14-7 with 6:32 to go first half of that scoring drive for the Tigers. 6 plays, 62 yards, and 2:34 off the clock. As it's good to kick it off. Deep to return for the Beavers. Peyton Bergner, Caden Couchman. So 14-7, Clay Center back on top. Both teams trading touchdowns here in the second quarter. Shorter end over kick. Somebody caught by Bergner at the 21-yard line. Now turns it left, turns it back up the field. 25 across the 30 to about the 37-yard line. And Caden Good, the kicker, makes the tackle. But good field position for Scott City. Back down 7 with 6:24 to go first half. So Clearwater leading Goodland 21-0 after the first quarter. Wichita Collegiate leads Hugoton 10-7 after the first quarter. 1st and 10, Scott City down 7 at their own 37-yard line. Handoff, counter through to Catchman. Has some room on the left side. Stiff arm across the 40. Outside the numbers, another stiff arm, 45 as he slides on the turf to the 49-yard line for 12 on first down. He has 7 carries, 41 yards. Couchman delivering some mean stiff arms on that 12-yard run of the Beavers with a nice start to this third series for them in the half. The Beavers haven't had any issues moving the football. Weren't able to finish on the first one. Both teams with turnovers. They traded turnovers. But 49-yard line left hash mark for the Beavers in their own territory, down 7. Midway mark, second quarter. Metzger will hand it off to Wheeler, right side. Turns it upfield. He'll get to maybe the 50, and that is it on first down. It'll be 2nd and 9. The tackle that time made by Jaron Brumfield. Right at the 50-yard line for Wheeler, who has his 4th carry for 13 yards. It's 2nd and 9, Scott City, right at the midfield stripe. Right at the halfway mark of the second quarter, 14-7 Clay Center. Irvin make that triangle split to the right. Holstein splits to the left. Also Bergner, a slot receiver to the right. Wing to the right. From midfield, 2nd and 9. Metzger back to pass as he rolls to his right. Steps up. He now throws it, and it's going to be caught for a first down. Yes. Aiden Trango makes the catch at the 39. It was either for him or Cashman. Trango hauls it in. An 11-yard reception gives the Beavers a first down at the Tiger 39-yard line. So good pass play that time that worked out well for Scott City. 4th play of this drive now at the Tiger 39 right hash mark. 14-7 Tiger lead. Clay Center stacks about 8 guys in the box left side for Cashman. He gets stood up at the line. He may have lost a yard back to the 40. Tackle that time, Caden Schwab, the freshman linebacker, with the loss of a yard for Cashman. 2nd down and 11 for Scott City as they're behind the sticks now at the Tiger 40. 14-7 Clay Center, fast-moving first half, 5:10 to go now. This is a big series for Scott City. They can get a score late in the second quarter. Then it's their ball to begin the third quarter. Man in motion's Bergner on 2nd down. Rolling to his left is Metzger. Looking, has time. Now we'll just tuck it up and run it inside the 40. Oh, he gets hit 2 yards out of bounds, and there's a late flag. Clay Center does not like the penalty, but that was an easy call that time for the official at the 35-yard line. Metzger was about a yard or 2 yards out of bounds. You could hear the pads popping from up here, and that's going to add 15 for Scott City and a first down. Doug Sprecher, our wide hat. That's our first penalty of the night. 4:54 to go first half, and Scott City will have it 1st and 10 now at the Clay Center 20-yard line. Make that the 21-yard line. So Metzger gains 4, and then the penalty. And Scott City with their 6th play of this drive now coming up. Down 7, 4:54 to go second quarter. Man in motion's Bergner. He'll get the sweep carry. Has some room on the right side. Turns it upfield, 15. And he's down to the 13 on a 7-yard run on first down. Tackle that time made by Isaac Girton as Bergner. He is now down on the turf. Football presented by J. Andrew Trucking, JF Beaver Advertising. Jackson Legal Group, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Norder Supply, and New Life Market. That does not look good. He is down now on the field at about the 13 after that 7-yard run on first down. Let's take a 1-minute timeout for now. 4:41 to go, second quarter. Scott City down 14-7. We'll come back in a minute. This is Beaver Football.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Back here at Clay Center, don't forget we want to thank J&R Car and Truck Center as they provided transportation for our road games this year. You can view their new and pre-owned inventory on their lot at J&R Car Truck Center in Scott City, also online at jrcarandtruck.com. So they gave Bergner a 6-yard run, and he's okay. That's a good sign there. He walked off his own power. They brought the gator out initially, and that's like, oh, no. 2nd and 6, 14-yard line of Clay Center for Scott City. Metzger hands it off to Wheeler, left side jump cut. He's going to have a first down inside the 10 to the 9. With 4:28 as Scott City is in the Wheaton Electric red zone. They're going to actually mark him right at the 10, but it looks like it should be enough for a first down right at the 10. That's a gain of 4 for Wheeler. He has 5 carries and 17 yards. It's goal to go now for the Beavers, 10-yard line. 4:10 to go, second quarter, 14-7 Clay Center, but see what Scott City can do here. Tigers have 2 timeouts. Scott City has all 3 in their back pocket. We'll see what, hopefully Bergner is okay here. Goal to go at the 10-yard line. Weeby playing in his spot at that halfback to the left. It'll be a Couchman. Carry up the middle, breaks through the first layer, dragging the pile inside the 5, still going, and he's down to the 4-yard line as he drug 2 Tigers with him 6 yards. Will McCann, the Jack linebacker, made the initial tackle, but Couchman with a gain of 6. 2nd and goal, 4-yard line as we approach the 3.5-minute mark of the second quarter. Bergner jogging on the sideline over on the far side. That looks like a promising sign there. The Beavers trying to run some time off the clock. They've run over 3 minutes on this drive. Goal to go at the 4-yard line of Clay Center, down 14-7. Metzger surveys, 8 to snap it, sends Weeby in motion. Wheeler carry, weaves his way to about the, they'll say maybe the 2-yard line, but that'll be 3rd and goal coming up here for Scott City, and a 9th play of the drive coming with 2:55 to go second quarter. Whew. All right, actually just a gain of a yard to the 3-yard line. Scott City 3 of 5 on 3rd downs, trailing it here by 7. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go second quarter. It'll be Irvin split wide to the left here. 15 to snap it. Holstein split to the right. Also split out to left as the slot receiver Wheeler. Weeby the wing to the left. 7 to snap in an empty backfield. Play left side here. Couchman trying to get the corner, and he's going to dive in. Touchdown, Scott City. Caden Couchman finds the end zone from 3 yards out, and the Beavers answer back with 2:20 to go second quarter. It's 14-13 Clay Center. He has 10 carries and 49 yards and a nice 63-yard response for Scott City in 2:04 on 9 plays, covering 63 yards. Pablo Solis to try to tie this thing up here with 2:20 to go second quarter. Snap good, place down the kick. Oh, it's no good. It was a low kick from the beginning, and it's a 1-point game. He did not get any lift on that kick. So Clay Center remains ahead by 1. 14-13, 2:20 to go second quarter. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Beaver Football.
Imagine you debating or marching before hundreds of people. Kansas high school students have been debating and performing spectacular marching halftimes since school started. You are invited to support the fall activity programs of your school. Attend a game, volunteer to judge a debate, enjoy a music program. A public service message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Beaver Broadcasting Network.
Beavers march back down the field in 63 yards on 9 plays, 2:04 off the clock. A 3-yard run by Caden Couchman. The extra point, no good. It was, well, did not get any lifted, Pablo Solis, so that's the difference in the game. It's 14-13 Clay Center, 2:20 to go second quarter. This is a big 2:20 of this first half. Scott City needs to find a way to keep Clay Center out of the end zone. They have 2 timeouts to the Tigers. Scott City has all 3. But remember, Scott City does get the football to begin the third quarter. Let's see if Solis can get a good kickoff here, and he does. It's a sidewinder, and that's going to go to the 7-yard line once again for Leitzel across 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45-yard line. Boy, Clay Center's opened up some big holes, and they have it at their own 46-yard line with 2:12 and 2 timeouts and a 1-point lead. So Clay Center on their long kickoff returns have started at midfield, own 38, and their own 46. Every time they've had a kickoff return, they have have scored on it. They have 2 timeouts, 2:12 to go, and good to see Bergner back out on the field as he tosses the kicking tee off the field. 46-yard line handoff left side to Girton. Oh, he squirts through there to midfield, and he takes it for 5, almost 6 on first down. They'll say 49-yard line of Scott City. He's over the 100-yard mark in the first half on 10 carries. He had a 300-yard performance earlier in the year against Concordia. Second down, 5, 49 of Scott City. Minute 50 to go first half. And quarterback keeper this time, Wiebe. And Mickey Gossman contained the quarterback for no gain on the play. All right, at the 49 of Scott City. Minute 40 to go first half. 3rd down and 5 for Clay Center. The Tigers 2 of 3 on 3rd downs with a 1-point lead. This is option time, pass time possibly for the Tigers. They'll toss it left to Girton. Scott City had him contained, but he'll gain yardage to the 46. It's a gain of 3, 4th and 2. Decision time for Coach Mark Henry. Underneath there was Caden Couchman on a gain of 3. But it's going to bring up 4th down and 2 for Clay Center, and they're going to go for it with a minute 13 to go, second quarter, up by 1. First 4th down attempt for the Tigers of this first half. They'll go with a hard count. Oh, they got Scott City to move in the neutral zone. And it'll be a free 1st and 10. Oh, you knew that was coming. It's first penalty of the night for Scott City, but it comes at a bad time with 1:02 to go second quarter. The hard count moves the ball to the 41-yard line. Clay Center may have not gone for it either, but the clock runs 58 seconds and counting in this first half. 1st and 10, Clay Center, Scott City 41, 14-13 Tiger lead. They're taking their time, 49 seconds. Now they'll go under center with the junior quarterback, Drew Hoffman. 2 receivers set. Hoffman will back to pass, rolls to his right. Steps up. He's going to throw it late. Pass is going to be incomplete at the 25-yard line. Trying to hit that time, Ethan Leitzel. 2nd down and 10. The clock stops, 36 seconds to go first half. In fact, there's been only 3 times coming into tonight. Clay Center has completed a pass. Only 3 times coming into tonight. They've not completed one in 2 weeks until tonight. 2nd down and 10. 41-yard line of Scott City for the Tigers, up by 1. 36.3 to go first half. 5th play of the drive for Clay Center at the Scott City 41. Shotgun formation. Hoffman back to pass the middle of the field. Passes deflected and almost tipped up by Couchman. They're trying to go down the seam that time to Leitzel, and it sets up 3rd and 10 with 32.6 to go first half. Bergner limping out there, tosses the ball to the official. Clay Center 2 of 4 on 3rd downs, 3rd down and 10. They converted a 3rd and 9 on their last series for 11 yards. They're at the Scott City 41-yard line, leading by 1. They do have 2 timeouts. Scott City has all 3. Kind of hear the Scott City crowd over on the far side trying to make some noise. 8 to snap it for Clay Center. Under center is Drew Hoffman. He'll send a man in motion. Play fake as he rolls to his right. Now we'll sling it out to the flats. Pass is caught. 35 down to the 33. Sets up a 4th and 2. And a timeout with 25.6 to go on a 4th and 2 coming up for Clay Center. And we'll take a 30-second break. This is Beaver Football. 14-13 Clay Center. They call one of their final 2 timeouts left with 42 seconds to go second quarter. Actually, I don't think that's right. Running the timeout clock on the scoreboard. But the Tigers completed their second pass, that one to Ethan Leitzel for 8. It's going to set up a 4th and 2 at the Beaver 33-yard line when play resumes. Football tonight presented here by Pioneer Communications, Perfect Auto Detailing, Plain Jan's Platinum H Insurance, Pokey Feeders, Precision Ag and Seed, Protect Spraying Service, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Richards Financial Services, and Iron Insurance Partners. The Beavers, it's tough seeing a team like this. It's tough to emulate what they're able to do in practice. But starting to maybe figure things out a little bit. Clay Center going to the air already 4 times here in this first half. This is 4th and manageable. They had a 4th and about 3 last time, and Clay Center was able to draw Scott City offside, but this time they're going to go for it, 4th and 2, 33-yard line, and it's going to be a keeper right side, first down, and inside the 25 and down to the 23-yard line goes Drew Hoffman for a gain of 10 and a first down. They'll say the 24-yard line for a gain of 8. Make that 9. So they are 1-1 on 4th downs. Their 8th first and 10 of the night. And with 18 seconds, the clock winds here, 1st and 10, as they shuffle personnel around. 14 seconds to go first half. May just spike the ball here. Nope. Play fake on first down. Looking down the seam. Pass is going to be caught. 10-5 touchdown. He threaded that one through traffic. That time to Ethan Leitzel for 33 yards, and Clay Center leads at 20-13 with 5 seconds to go first half. Hoffman's second touchdown pass of the year, the first since week 1 at Abilene. And they will attempt the extra point. So Clay Center goes 54 yards, and they lead at 20-13 with 5 seconds to go. Good to attempt the extra point. High snap, placement down. The kick is on the way, and it's 21-13. Boy, I tell you what, the kickoff returns for Clay Center, each of their 3 kickoff returns have been set them up in good field positions the entire first half, which has resulted in touchdowns. That drive for Clay Center, they go 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and they go 7 plays and 54 yards. Their scoring drives are 50, 62, and 54. And 21-13, Clay Center leads it here with 5 seconds to go first half. And the Beavers will get the football. Nice thing is there's a lot more time left, but the Beavers have had a hard time stopping the Tigers in this first half. You can tell a frustrating Scott City coaching staff after giving up that touchdown pass there as they exit here heading to the locker room. It'll be Bergner and Couchman. Maybe a kickoff return here for Scott City can maybe answer the bell right before halftime. It'll be their ball to begin the third quarter. Let's see what Scott City can do here in 5 seconds, but Clay Center with 2 big, 14 points in the second quarter and 6 for Scott City. It's 21-13 with 5 seconds to go before halftime. As getting good kicks this one off. It's a bouncer, picked up and then fallen on at the 35-yard line. That time by Barton Perma, the junior, with 3.6 to go first half. But as I mentioned, all of Clay Center's kickoff or scoring drives have been set up by good kickoff returns. 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for Scott City with 3.6 to go before halftime. And you hope that's just not a momentum deflator for Scott City. They go off sides on a 4th down, and then on the second 4th down attempt, they give up an 8-yard run, and then actually that was a 26-yard pass play, not a 33-yarder. My apologies there. But 3.6 to go first half. Scott City run one play here. Wheeler up the middle, gets it across the 40-yard line and to the 42 on a gain of 7. And that's how the first half closes out. So the Beavers have some work to do here as they trail it here by 8, 21-13. We'll come back in 3 minutes for your halftime show and more. This is Scott City Beaver Football.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Chaplin Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Chaplin Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
The Kansas State High School Activities Association conducts officials' rules meetings, training clinics, and workshops throughout the state with a view toward providing a sound educational experience for all athletes. For more information on becoming an official in any sport, contact Keisha at 785-273-5329. A public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Beaver Broadcasting Network.
The world needs more farmers, people who know the land, people who support rural communities, people who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Being hydrated is essential for performing at your best. Remember to drink plenty of water before, during, and after practice or games. Fuel your body with hydration, balanced meals, and rest to recover and stay fit. Staying healthy means you maintain your strength and continue performing at your best. Hydrate your way to success. A message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Student Advisory Team.
Since 1950, Pioneer Communications has been right here in Western Kansas, connecting your community. We're more than an internet company. We're your neighbors, your friends, your local business partner. For 75 years, we've been dedicated to delivering the experience you deserve, providing high-speed internet, reliable connections, and unwavering support for families, schools, and business. Wherever life leads you, Pioneer Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
Store for details.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
It's time for the Precision Ag and Seed Halftime Show. Precision Ag and Seed is a proud supporter of all Scott City activities.
All right, so we've reached halftime here at Clay Center, Kansas. Tough one for the Beavers as they gave up a touchdown with 5 seconds to go, trailing it here at intermission, 21-13. Glad to have you back here, Adam Kadavy, with you here on KSKL Scott City, and happy Halloween to those out there trick-or-treating. Hope you're enjoying the trick-or-treating, and fortunate we've had some tricks here against Scott City here in the first half. Really not trick plays, but some tough first halves there, but every time the Clay Center's had a good kickoff return, they've scored on it. They've scored on 3 of their 4 possessions here in this first half as they led it 7-0 after the one. The Tigers would go outscore the Beavers 14-6 in the second. Difference in the margin in the first half, 21-13. The scoring summary looks like this here at halftime. The Clay Center had the opening drive 50 yards on 10 plays. They would take 4:06 off the clock, and it would be their star fullback, Isaac Girton, who has 17 touchdowns. He would score from 2 yards out with 7:54 to go first quarter. The extra point kicked in by Caden Good to make it 7-0. Scott City would go on one of their probably their longest play drive of the year. They go 16 plays, burn off over 7 minutes of the clock. On third down, an interception was thrown, and Clay Center would take over at their own 5. They would get it to the 42-yard line and fumble it on third down on an option pitch. Scott City would recover. They would feast on that, go 5 plays, 42 yards, and 142 to tie the game up at 7 with 9:06 to go second quarter on a 5-yard pass play from Drew Metzger to Peyton Bergner. Pablo Salas' PAT tied it up. At Clay Center, as I mentioned, the kickoff return, they would take it to their own 38-yard line, go 6 plays, 62 yards. They completed an 11-yard pass on 3rd and 9 that kept the drive alive, and they go 234, and Isaac Girton 36-yard run gave them the 14-7 lead after the Caden good kick. Scott City, though, would not be fazed by that. They would go back and go 9 plays, 63 yards, and 204, and pulled within 14-13 on a Caden Couchman run with 2:20 to go first half. The PAT would be no good. It was a short or a low kick that was blocked, but Clay Center would come back with a big kickoff return to their own 46-yard line on 4th down and a couple from the Scott City 46-yard line. They would draw the Beavers into the neutral zone, and then they would convert a 4th down to the 4th and 2 from the 33 to the 26 on the next play. It would be a 26-yard pass play from quarterback Drew Hoffman to Ethan Leitzel, and the extra point by Good was good with 5 seconds to go first half to make it 21-13. So that's your score there, 21-13 Clay Center at the break. We'll come back in 3 minutes with more of your first half stats and some scores in the playoffs here. We'll come back in 3 minutes. This is Beaver Football.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Can't see anything? Well, neither can we. That's because our studio lights are broken. So for that very reason, we want to help raise money for brand new studio lights. So if you want to help us reach our goal so we can keep giving you the best high-quality production, donate at scoutcf.org or in person at the Scott Community Foundation office. And now, back to our regularly scheduled program. Ow!
Next-Tech Wireless has been offering superior coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed, bringing us to modern technology we trust and depend on. Rain or shine, wind or snow, we'll be there because we live here too. We're investing in our communities and connecting Kansans. It's not a gimmick, it's our guarantee.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City. Text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateumedspa.com.
Moving the football 158 yards so far, 106 on the ground on 27 carries. They were led by Caden Couchman's 49 yards on 10 carries and the touchdown. Matthew Wheeler 21 on 7. Metzger 5 carries, 7 yards, 24 yards for Bergner on 3, and 2 for 5 for Kevin Wiebe. Metzger through the air, 5 of 7 passing, 52 yards, touchdown and a pick. 26 to Aiden Trang on 2 receptions, 21 on 2 receptions for Couchman, and Bergner with the 5-yard touchdown reception. Scott City did have 7, make that 8 first and 10s in the first half. They were able to move the ball pretty well, as I mentioned, but the one turnover on the opening drive might right now be the difference, but we'll see. We've got a long ways to go. 1 penalty, 5 yards for Scott City. The Beavers are 4 of 6 on 3rd downs and 1 of 1 on 4th downs and 2 of 3 in the red zone. For Clay Center, they had 194 yards of offense in the first half, 149 on the ground on 24 carries. Isaac Gerton with 11 carries, 107 yards and 2 touchdowns, 9 for 23 for Drew Hoffman. 3 carries, 8 yards for Ethan Leitzel. Jaron Brimfield, the carrier for 11 yards. And Hoffman, 3 for 5 passing for 45 yards, 34 of those to Leitzel. He has the touchdown catch in the first half. The Tigers do have 8 first and 10s. They were 2 of 5 on 3rd downs and 1 of 1 on 4th down. They did have a 15-yard late hit penalty in the second quarter. So that's kind of where we're at right now. But as I mentioned, Scott City's run 5 more plays than Clay Center. The Tigers, though, have taken advantage of shorter field, scoring drives of 50, 62, and 54, and they have the 21-13 lead. But the Beavers have moved the ball here in this first half, and they will get the football to begin the third quarter with an 8-point hole. Winner goes to Andale, who won last night over Chapman 69-0. We'll come back in about 3 minutes. We'll come back with some first half stats. We'll also take some more stats, I guess you could say, some scores across the state as well, as most of the games are kicking off at 7. There were a lot of 8-man games last night as well. But we'll come back in 3 minutes. This is Beaver Football.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top-performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center,
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
The Max Yield System from Axis Seed Red Barn is your customized solution. By utilizing field-specific data, we help you eliminate stress and increase yield through seed, fertility, biological, and crop protection decisions. Our approach is focused on your farm and your future, because as a locally owned business, our focus is on you.
No matter what activity you or a student near you does, academics is important. Keeping up in school has the potential to shape one's entire life for the better. Keep that in mind before procrastinating on your next algebra assignment to get some extra practice time. A message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Student Advisory Team.
Today to discuss affordable programs, competitive tools, and resources that can benefit your business. Now that's Smarter Insurance for Agriculture, Western Agricultural Insurance Company, an equal opportunity provider.
All right, we welcome you back here to Clay Center. Here, Scott City warming up here. They've got the final 30 seconds and then the 3-minute warm-up clock here to begin the second half. Clay Center 21, Scott City 13. As we take a look at some scores, starting off in the league, most of the games kicking off at 7 o'clock. I should say two of the games kicking off, at 7 o'clock. But let's take a look in the GWAC 3A game. Collegiate led Hugoton 10-0. At one point in the first quarter, Hugoton came back and took a 14-10 lead, but Wichita Collegiate just scored, and they are up at Hugoton at the break, 17-14. In a non-playoff game, Clearwater leading Goodland after the first quarter, 21-0. Halftime at Rose Hill, the Tigers of Ulysses putting up a good fight with Rose Hill Rockets, 14-6. The Rockets with the lead over the Ulysses Tigers. 3A football playoff scores from last night. It was Andale 69, Chapman 0. This is the 8 versus 9 matchup. Scott City is the number 9 seed, Clay Center the number 8 seed. The second year they've done this format where the higher seeds host in each round of the playoffs, which I like. Rock Creek, the number 2 overall seed, they blanked Smoky Valley last night, 56-0. Over on the east last night, Prairie View 48, Burlington 6, and Wellsville 50, and Parsons 0 last night. Those are all 3A scores. Just kicking off here a few minutes ago, Colby and Holcomb in a battle of the GWAC schools. Holcomb won that one on the same field about 5-6 weeks ago. It was a 54-22 or something like that for the Holcomb Longhorns over Colby 6 weeks ago, or make that 5 weeks ago. But you get the idea there. So those two teams battling for the second time. Cimarron hosting Russell. That's a playoff game in Cimarron tonight. First time in, I think, 4 years that Cimarron's hosted a playoff game. Of course, some other area scores from tonight as well. Beloit was all over Lake 32-0 in the second quarter. That's being played up at Beloit at Trojan Field. Also, trying to get some scores from last night. I had some, but then I lost them. Let's see here. Let's try it again. Some 8-man playoff scores from last night. Blett lost to Oxford 54-42. Kinsley lost to Kiowa County 52-6. The Wichita County Indians, they rolled over Rollins County 52-6. Meade shut out Pratt Skyline 48-0. Dighton actually had a forfeit win last night over Deerfield, and they will be on the road for the second round, or be playing the second round of the playoffs next week. And Mineola over Wheatland Grinnell, Hodgman County over Fairfield. Here it's 21-13, Scott City trailing the Clay. All right, yeah. All right, yeah. 21-13, Coach Drew Kite, he's ready for the second half as he came in right behind me here as well. He wanted me to say something nice about him on the radio, so I did. But the Beavers will get the football here to begin this third quarter here. Down 8, but it kind of goes to one of the keys. Scott City needs to be a little bit more disciplined on defense, kind of read your keys. Offense has not had the issues. They've been able to move the ball well and thought maybe there was a chance to do that. They have done that, but just having an issue stopping Clay Center. And so we'll see what is going to be adjusted in the locker room here at halftime. Winner goes to Andale. They're the overall number 1 seed and the defending state champion. That'll be next Friday more than likely. And Andale, as the road to the playoffs, will once again continue through Andale. And I'm sure they're watching this game probably on the BBN tonight or on one of the other streams. So we're about set for the third quarter. Of course, Scott City Cross Country, they're going to be running at Rimrock Farm over in Lawrence tomorrow. The boys will run at 10 a.m. and the girls, I think it's 11:45 over outside of Lawrence there tomorrow. They had the Big 12 Cross Country Championships there earlier today as well. So we're about ready for this third frame. Beavers trying to rally here and punch their ticket to Andale next week in the round of 16 in the 3A West. There's the number 9 seed trying to become a road team to pick up a W. Clay Center to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Caden good. It'll be Peyton Bergner, Caden Couchman deep to return. They move up to about their own 13-yard line. As Scott City will move to the north here in the third quarter on about a 50-degree shorter kick. It's going to be caught on the run here, 35-yard line. This is by Cooper Irvin. She takes it for about 7 or 8 yards, and the Beavers will have good field position at their own 41-yard line to begin this third quarter with an 8-point hole, 21-13. They'll move to the north end zone here in this third, 12 minutes of play. 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Beavers had 158 yards of offense in the first half, 106 on the ground, 52 through the air. They'll have Trango split to the left as the huddle breaks. He's standing over to his left side there, and it'll be their pistol wing tee. Pistol back, their tailback is Wheeler. Man in motion. He'll get the carry with Wheeler on first down. He'll maybe eke out a yard to the 42 on first down. He'll be brought down that time by Gavin Riles, the 270-pound senior. Not a big gain there, just a yard. 2nd down and 9, opening series second half, 21-13 Clay Center. It'll be Couchman split to the right. Irvin and Bergner split to left on 2nd and 9, 42-yard line of Scott City for the Beavers. Metzger, plenty of time to snap it back to pass. Looking left, has plenty of time, finds it right side. It's too high and then picked off. Picked off the deflection. Down the left sideline, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. A pick 6 that time for Jaron Brumfield. And his second pick of the night, and 46 seconds into the third quarter. Clay Center now with a 2-score lead at 27-13. On a 49-yard pick 6. And now Scott City down 27-13, and now a little bit more concern here in the first minute of this third quarter. Extra point attempted here for Caden Good coming up. He's 3 for 3 on PATs tonight. Good snap, placed down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Clay Center 28, Scott City 13 on the pick 6. Opening seconds of the third quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Beaver Football.
BBN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises.
Well, on the second play of the second half, the Beavers with a pick 6 for Clay Center. Jaron Brumfield takes it 49 yards to the house off a deflection. And it's now 28-13, and the Beavers are now in a 15-point hole. Nice thing is there's 23 minutes and 12 seconds to go. The bad news, Scott City down 2 scores. Here's a kick on the ground, bubbled, but falling on now at the 30-yard line. It was danger that time, but Irvin does reel it in, but Scott City will start at their own 30. They just need to go to work. One play at a time, down 15, 28-13. But the way this game is going, 2 possessions, that's a big margin to overcome. But it's one possession at a time here for the Beavers. They'll split an empty backfield, 2 to the right, 1's left in a 2-wing setup from the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Metzger sends Bergner in motion. He'll get the carry right side, turn it upfield, 35, and lowers his shoulder, gets to about the 39-yard line on a gain of 9 on first down. Sets up a 2nd and 1, look like Isaac Girton with this tackle, and a 9-yard run by Bergner, and a nice start there to the drive for Scott City. 2nd and a yard. Oh, they did give him 10 for a first down. I wondered about that. And so it's at the 40, so the Beavers will move the chains right away. First minute of the second half, 28-13 Clay Center. And an offset eye with the wing to left. Here's a carry for Wheeler, but that time he was swallowed up immediately by Dylan Kramer for a loss of a yard back at the 39-yard line. It'll set up 2nd and 11 for Scott City. That one was blown up from the beginning. And it's 2nd and 11 for Scott City. Triangle will be split to left, Holstein to the right. Two wings set up, 2nd and 11 for Scott City at the Beaver 39, down 15, 2 minutes into the second half. Metzger back to pass. Oh, he loses the ball, and he's going to pay the price for it at his own 30-yard line. He dropped the snap after he took it and lost it, and then gets dropped for a loss back at the 31-yard line. That'll be 8 more on the loss, and it's 3rd and Washington County to go for the first down. The Beavers 4 of 6 on 3rd down. Trailing this one by 15. They'll split 3 to the left, wing to the left. One in the backfield. Oh, that's going to be a false start, and that'll back up the Beavers 5 yards left side of the line, moving for the Scott City Beavers. And they're going the wrong way. And it's now 3rd down and quarter of the length of the football field to go. Third and 24 now for Scott City at their own 26-yard line. They have to get it to midfield. 9:28 in the 3rd down and 15, but this is a dangerous situation here. 2 receivers set, 2 wings. Shotgun set up, 6 on the line there, 5 on the line. Here's a middle screen for Wheeler. He'll make the catch, but he gets tackled from behind, and a nice play that time by the defensive end. Levi Kramer drops him for just a yard gain to the 27-yard line. Well, it looked like he had some room to run up after the screen. And good reaction by Kramer. And Scott City, after getting a first down in Scott City, they go backwards, and they are forced to punt. They end up losing a net 3 yards on that drive. The first punt of the night for Scott City, it'll be Caden. He's back into action for the first time in a few weeks. Clay Center should get good field position as Ethan Leitzel standing at his own 40. But the field position game, a high snap. Here's the kick, and it's blocked. And it's returned this time by Kramer. He's at the 21-yard line. Dylan Kramer catches the ball and takes it to the 21. And when it rains, it pours here with 8:26 to go, 3rd quarter, and Scott City down 15. Now with Clay Center maybe trying to put in an early dagger here in the 3rd quarter. At the Scott City 21-yard line, 28-13 Tiger lead. This is danger territory for the Beavers. See what they can do on defense here, though. Tigers will split 1 to the right. Their flex bone set, 21 is Scott City, 1st and 10. It'll be a keeper right up the middle for Hoffman. Inside the 15, breaks a tackle, 10. Outside the 5, he's in. Touchdown, Clay Center. There is a late flag that was thrown at about the 14-yard line, but this one's going to be coming back. At the 14-yard line and at the 12, 2 flags tossed, blocking or holding on Clay Center. It'll be a spot foul, but it'll be 1st and long with 8:17 to go, 3rd quarter. So it's going to set up a 1st down and long. You'll give them 7 for the rush and 10-yard penalty. Make that 8 for the rush and then the 10-yard penalty. Second penalty for the Tigers of 15 yards. It'll be 1st down and 12 or 11 at the 23-yard line. As the junior quarterback Drew Hoffman goes under center, they send a man in motion, handoff left side to Girton. Lowers his shoulder, breaks through a couple tackles, breaks through another one, and he'll be near a 1st down. He has a low sense of gravity as Bergner a little shaken up as he limps off the field. And now who does Scott City put at safety? He's at 2nd and inches. It's going to be Adrian Garcia checking in for him on a 11-yard run for Girton. 2nd and a yard. At the 11, 7:45 here in this 3rd quarter, man in motion. Be a keeper by Hoffman, has room left side. He's in, walking in, not touched. Touchdown, Clay Center. And the route is on here with 7:41 to go, 3rd quarter. Drew Hoffman from 11, make that 12 yards out. And Clay Center has scored on 4 of their 5 possessions of the game. That includes a pick 6. It's 34-13 with 7:41 to go third quarter. (34-13) now your score. And good to kick the extra point. Snap is good. Place down. The kick is up, and it is good. No good. So it remains a 21-point game. 7:41 to go third quarter. 34-13, Clay Center lead. Back in 30 seconds, this is Beaver Football.
Broadcasting Network is a student-run broadcasting crew that brings Friday night lights to wherever you are. On November 6th, BBN is partnering with Scott Community Foundation for Giving Day. Please donate so we can raise enough money to have better lights in our studio. Your donation will also support our future projects and goals. You can donate through .cf.org or go in person to the Scott Community Foundation office on Main Street.
.gov. Football brought to you here by Rotomix, Scott City Ice Center, Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologist, Scott Community Foundation, Scott County Abstract and Title, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Hospital. Well, Clay Center takes advantage of a block punt. They go 3 plays, 21 yards, 42 seconds, and it was the quarterback, Drew Hoffman, finishing the drive off of the 12-yard run. The extra point no good, and Clay Center has scored 20 unanswered in this game to take a 21-point lead mid-third, 34-13. Here's the kick by Caden Good, and it's on the ground, picked up at the 20-yard line by Wheeler. 25, Matthew Wheeler, 30-yard line, and that's where he's going to take it at about the 31-yard line. So the Beavers now in a 21-point hole, 34-13, 7:33 to go third quarter. At their own 32-yard line. A pick 6 and a block punt, and just like that, the snowball effect in play here. You wonder if that touchdown right before halftime deflated Scott City a little bit. I'll put 6 up on the, or 5 on the line. Metzger on first down, back to pass, swings it out to the right, wide open outside the numbers, 40-45. And a nice play that time to Aiden Tarango on his 3rd catch of the night to the 47 for a gain of 16. He has 3 receptions and 42 yards and a 1st and 10. So I said Scott City maybe has had been more self-inflicted mistakes, but give credit to Clay Center for cashing in on those opportunities. A 3-receiver set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, empty backfield, a man in motion, carry on first down. This is for Cashman, and he maybe gets to the 47, and he lost, or did he lose the football? No, or he did, and Clay Center comes up with the football at the 45. It's 1 step forward and a couple steps back for the Beavers here tonight. And Clay Center will take over at the 45 of Scott City. An interception, a punt, and a fumble in this third quarter and 3 turnovers, and Clay Center has an opportunity to deliver a big blow here with 7:02 to go third quarter. The Scott City 45-yard line. Oh, my. Nearly 2 minutes. Play fake as he rolls to his light bootleg, slings it out, caught, 20-yard line, and then first down to the 15 goes Noah Gibson on a nice bootleg to the right for a gain of about 13 to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, Clay Center. And they're into the red zone. Their 5th play of the drive coming up with 5:05 here in the 3rd. 1st and 10, Tigers at the 16 of Scott City, leading this one 34-13, and Beavers have not been able to stop the Tigers all night on defense. This is their 5th drive of the game. They've had 4 touchdowns and a pick 6. Handoff to Girton up the middle. He'll take it to the 13 for a gain of 3 on first down. His 14th carry for 126 yards. 2nd down and 7 coming up as we go under 5 minutes to go third quarter. So Russell leading Cimarron after the first quarter, 14-0. 2nd and 6 on that 4-yard gain they give him. Ball at the 13-yard line. Make that 2nd and 7. I was right the first time. 13-yard line, man in motion. Handoff, go back to Girton up the middle. Scott City stuffs him for a gain of 2. Nice defensive play by Weeby underneath there. And 2 yards to 11. Matthew Wheeler as well. So sets up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 5. Clay Center 2 of 6 on 3rd down, just milking the clock here as we're at the 4-minute mark of this 3rd quarter. 34-13 Clay Center. Most points the Beavers have given up all season. 12 to snap it, and they'll hand it off counter right side. Inside the 10, and 1st and goal at the 4-yard line for Ethan Leitzel. He goes from the 13 to the 4 and a gain of 9. It'll be 1st and goal Clay Center. 8th play of this drive coming up. Goal to go at the 4 with 3:45 in the 3rd quarter. Clay Center with 13 points here, 20 unanswered in the game. 34-13, they lead it. Turnovers and short field for Clay Center all night, and they've feasted on it. Keeper by Hoffman, touchdown. He really did a good job of executing that fake, and they take advantage of a Scott City fumble. And Clay Center now with 40 on the board here with 3:29 to go 3rd quarter. They take off 3 minutes and 36 seconds on a 9-play, 45-yard drive. And Hoffman with his 2nd touchdown of the quarter, and it's now 40-13, pinning the PAT. Caden good with the extra point attempt here. Placement down, the kick is up, and that is good this time. 41-13 is your score for Clay Center. 3:29 to go. 3rd quarter, we'll take a 30-second break. This is Beaver Football.
The Kansas State High School Activities Association, volleyball, and cross-country seasons will culminate with champions crowned. Don't miss this opportunity to attend this year's volleyball championships on October 30th through November 1st and cross-country championships on November 1st. A public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Beaver Broadcasting Network.
City.
Football tonight presented here by Scott County Records, Scott Pro Security, State Bank, Sharp Shooting Supplies, Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, Stevens Veterinary Services, and Trophy Wine and Spirits. Want to thank Z Bottling all season long. They provided us water in the booth here, and see them for high-quality H2O, Z Bottling, custom labeling, residential and commercial. Z Bottling in Scott City. Taken by Irvin at the 30, goes right side, 35, across the 40 to the 46-yard line with 3:22 to go 3rd quarter. He's had some nice returns after Clay Center not giving the Beavers much to try to return on, kicking it on the ground here with 3:21 to go 3rd quarter. This has been a 27-0 run for Clay Center after Scott City pulled to them 14-13 with 2:20 to go 2nd quarter. It really got deflated. The Beavers were deflated a little bit, it maybe looked like, when they gave up a touchdown with 5 seconds to go, and then a pick six, a block punt, a touchdown, a fumble at the 45, and a touchdown for Clay Center, and they have the route on. Empty backfield from the 46 of Scott City. Metzger back to pass. Looking down the middle of the field, ball deflected in the air, and it's picked off. His arm was hit as he threw it, and it's picked off that time by Noah Gibson. You've got to be kidding me. Clay Center may need to go buy a lottery ticket tonight. They have it at their own 48-yard line. 3:15 to go 3rd quarter. 3rd turnover this 2nd half for Scott City with 3:15 to go 3rd quarter. They'll have it at their own 48-yard line. This is their first snap in their own territory in the 2nd half, by the way. They lead at 41-13. Middle of the field. Receiver split to the right. Flex bone set, a man in motion. They'll run the option, pitch it right side, and this is a lot of room for Leitzel, 45-yard line on 1st down. They'll say 46 of Scott City for a gain of 6, but Kevin Wiebe spins Leitzel down to the turf on his 6th carry. 2nd down and 4 coming up. with under 3 to go here in the third. So the second straight trip into Clay Center for the Beavers has not been a good one here. Late third quarter, 41-13 your score. Second down and 4. Look like the left tackle move. Now a pitch left side, same play left side, and here's room 30, 25-20. Here goes Leitzel inside the 15, and he's taken out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. 32-yard, make that 12-yard line, a 34-yard run. Adrian Garcia with the tackle. First and 10 for Clay Center at the 12-yard line of Scott City. Wow. 2:21 here in this third frame, and Clay Center on the doorstep of scoring it once again. Handoff up the middle. Nope, keeper by Hoffman. Touchdown Clay Center. On the option keeper, his third touchdown of this third quarter, and Clay Center 47-13 with 2:17 to go third quarter. And 2:17 here in this third frame. Extra point here for Caden Good. 26-0 run in this third quarter for Clay Center. And make it 27-0. Nope, 26-0, kick no good. 47-13, 2:17 to go here in the third quarter. We'll come back in 30 seconds for the kickoff. This is Beaver Football.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in acres, and all roads lead to families on one mission: to provide for their loved ones, their community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Berta Binns and sales associates Sam Giesick and Joni Stegman today.
Well, anything that could go wrong for Scott City in the second half has. 3 turnovers and blocked punts. Short field for Clay Center pretty much this entire half. They lead it now 47-13, a 26-0 run in this third quarter for Clay Center. 2:17 left in the third period. As they will kick it off from the 40-yard line, will Caden Good deep to return. Scott City has a couple, Wheeler and also Caden Couchman. Bergner with an ankle injury, and his night is done, and unfortunately it looks like his high school career. They'll let this bounce inside the 10 and let it go for a touchback to the 20-yard line. That's where Scott City will take over. 2 interceptions, a fumble in this third quarter. Scott City with a season-high 4 turnovers tonight. They'll have it at their own 20-yard line. That is their worst field position, by the way, of this second half. But I don't know if I've seen it like this in a while, where it's just lopsided like one way and a heavy slant toward one team, and especially teams that are pretty evenly matched. 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Most points Scott City's given up in a very, very long time. First down carry up the middle here, right side for Wheeler. Matthew will get maybe about 2 out of it to the 22-yard line as we go under 2 minutes to go third quarter. Second down and 8 coming up. He has 10 carries and 23 yards tonight. That's not a lot of room for him. Under 2 to go in this third. I'll tell you, when we begin the fourth quarter, and last time Scott City's given up 50 points in a game, it's been a few generations ago. I'll just say that. 2nd and 8, 22-yard line. We got movement on the left side. Add to the pile of unfortunate things in the third quarter. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 13. This was a 14-13 game with 2:20 to go second quarter. Scott said he missed the extra point. Clay Center would go drive him down the field and get a 25-yard touchdown pass, and that might have broken all the momentum there in 5 seconds to go first half. But Clay Center's won the field position game by a country mile tonight. On 2nd and 13, Scott City just going to keep it on the ground. Bouncing it out is going to be Couchman as he lowers his shoulder, gets back to the 22-yard line, and a nice play that time by Caden Good. Caden on Caden crime there, sets up 3rd and 8. Final minute 20 of this third quarter. So Scott City on 3rd down is 4 of 8 tonight, but down in a 34-point hole the final 70 seconds of this third quarter. 3 turnovers, a block punt have helped Clay Center score 26 points in this third quarter. They've only had 1 snap in their own territory this second half. Play fake for Metzger on 3rd down. See, rolls to his right. Has a couple of options. Oh, he tried to get it to Couchman, but he drops it. And it's going to be a 3-and-out for Scott City here with 53.4 to go third period. But Clay Center probably looked as good as they have all year on offense. They blocked an earlier Scott City's first punt attempt of the night. And they may just go for it here. Down 34, we'll see. I doubt it, but nope, they aren't going for it. Kate John's out there. Couldn't see him initially. He's punting tonight. It'll be his final high school football game. Good snap. And the kick. It's a better kick, or you got a good kick this time as it rolls inside the 40-yard line of Clay Center to about the 39-yard line. Stops the clock with 44.2 to go on a 33. Make that a 28, 38, 39-yard punt. 44.2 to go third quarter for Clay Center. In this third frame, they lead at 47-13. This matches their worst field position of the night. Actually, their second worst field position of the night. They had a drive in this late in the first quarter after an interception where they started at their own 5. This matches their second worst field position of the night at their own 38. 38-yard line for Clay Center. 34-point lead late third quarter. It'll be a toss right side to Girton. He'll cut it back up, make something out of nothing, and then Easton Eisenhower delivers a blow at the 43 for a gain of 5. He has 133 yards on 16 carries, and they'll hover over the ball with 28 seconds to go third quarter. 2nd and 5, I think they're just, it looks like their coach is saying, let's just go to the fourth quarter here, not run a play. A third quarter that mercifully comes to an end for Scott City. Clay Center scores 26 points in the third quarter and leads it 47-13 as we head to the fourth quarter. We'll come back in a minute for the final quarter of play for the 2025 season. This is Beaver Football.
My name is Lila Green, and I am a member of Beaver Broadcasting Network. BBN allows students to learn about technology, broadcasting, and communication while being involved in our community. BBN is partnering with Scott Community Foundation for Giving Day. Our goal is to raise money for new studio lights from November 1st to the 6th. You can donate to scottcf.org or in person at Scott Community Foundation office. Thank you for your support of student broadcasters.
Text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateumedSpa.com.
Fairley Feed Yard in Scott City takes pride in being part of Kansas's cattle feeding industry and is constantly aware of the specific needs of today's cattlemen. You can expect the best at Fairley Feed Yard, located 7 miles south and 6 miles west of Scott City. They believe in the importance of feed and ration preparation, health programs, death loss management, and overall handling of your feeder cattle. Fairley Feed Yard supports the area activities and youth of Western Kansas. Make Fairley Feed Yard your custom cattle feeder. That's Fairley Feed Yard of Scott City.
Back here at Clay Center, Adam Kadavy with you, student engineer Adriana Childers. 12 minutes to go here. Clay Center 47, Scott City 13. I told you. We'll have 2nd and 6 for the Tigers at their own 43 when play resumes here. Make that 2nd and 5 of the 43 when play resumes here in this fourth period. As they'll send a man in motion. It'll be a keeper by Hoffman. 50-yard line has the first down to the 45 of Scott City, where Easton Eisenhower will make the tackle on a pickup of 12. He has 78 yards on 15 carries. As I mentioned, the last time Scott City gave up over 50 points was in 1961. They gave up 51 against Garden City. That might be in jeopardy here early fourth quarter. It was a November game, back when there was really no playoff structure. And he played Thanksgiving game back in those days, regular season. First down carry, across the 45 to the 43-yard line. On first down goes, I believe that was Jet Hayes, his first carry of the night. He'll gain 3 to the 42. 2nd and 7, first minute of this fourth quarter as Clay Center starting to sub some of their backs in with a 34-point lead. And Scott City may start subbing in some of their own players. They did. They bring in, it's like Rios in there at interior linebacker. 2nd and 7, 42-yard line of Scott City for Clay Center. First minute of this fourth quarter. Hoffman hands it off left side to Jet Hayes. Scott City will limit Hayes to maybe a half a yard. They get him down by the ankles. Brody Rios in there on the stop. And Matthew Wheeler sets up a third down and about 6. It's a gain of 1. Clay Center, 3 of 7. 3 of 7 on third downs, leading 47-13. 10.5 to go in the fourth quarter. They'll probably go for it on fourth down, or at least to attempt to, and try to draw the defense off sides. This will be a counter right side. A nice job of shooting through there. That time by Blaze Gossman, dropping the running back, Ethan Leitzel, for a 2-yard loss to the 42-yard line. As Blaze blazes through there to make a stop. And fourth down coming up, and looks like Clay Center is going to punt for the first time tonight. It will be Isaac Girton to punt. Standing at his own 48-yard line. Deep to return is Caden Couchman. He backs inside his own 15. 9:40 to go in this game. About a 3-minute drive here for Clay Center. Nope, he's going to fake it and run it left side. Oh, that's a block in the back. He'll have a first down and more. And 25-20, and then gets hit at the 14-yard line. But that one's coming back. That was an easy call on the fake punt. Out on the point of attack, a block in the back on Clay Center. That was an easy call by the official. Clay Center's 4th penalty of the night for 30 yards. Wipes off a 28-yard run. Pretty easy call for the official there. So Clay Center will have to snap it from their own 48-yard line after they mark 10 yards off. With 9:28 to go. Colby and Holcomb tied at 6 after the first quarter in Holcomb. And we'll see if they decide to fake it again here on 4th down and 17. Higher snap, and they will kick this one away. It's a short kick, angled left. Ball bounces inside the 30 and rolls to about the 26-yard line. It'll be about a 26-yard punt with 9:13 to go. The first punt of the night for Clay Center comes early in the fourth quarter. On 26-yard line. Scott City, 2 punts, 2 interceptions, and a fumble in the third quarter. All but the punt, it turned into Clay Center Tiger points. The punt was a block punt that turned into points after a 21-yard drive. There's 26 of their points in the third quarter. 2 receivers set, Holstein to the left, Trango to the right, also lined up as a slot receiver, Wiebe to the right. From their own 26, Couchman in motion, and we have movements, encroachment on Clay Center, and that'll be a free 5 for the Beavers. On a night where everything else has been ugly. Scott City has done a good job on the penalties, just 3 for 15. Of course that would happen. Down 47-13, 9:12 to go, fourth quarter. So 1st and 5 for Scott City at the Beaver 31. Clay Center will head to Andale. They lost there a year ago in the second round as well. Metzger kind of delayed there. Now he rolls to his left, and he's under duress. Gets a block, goes right side, fires it. Couchman, he'll make the catch. He wasn't anticipating the catch initially and then makes it for a first down at the 38-yard line. I don't know if that was called the trick-or-treat play, but it worked for a first down to the 38-yard line with 9 minutes to go. He has 3 receptions tonight and 28 yards. So the Beavers will have it 1st and 10, Scott City 38-yard line under 9 minutes to go. Clay Center shuffles their defensive personnel. Counterplay left side to Couchman, lowers his shoulder, gets a couple of extra yards to the 41. He'll gain 3 on first down. He'll be brought down that time by the Jack linebacker, Will McCann. 2nd down, 7 to go. He has 13 carries and 55 yards and a touchdown tonight. Scott City's played without Peyton Bergner. It looked like an ankle injury he suffered on a run in the first half and tried to go in the second half but just could not. 2nd and 7, 41-yard line, 2 receivers set to left, Wayne to left, a receiver right, Wheeler to left of Metzger with 15 to snap it. Senior Kaleb Beaton snaps it, rolling to his left is Metzger. Under duress, throws it, pass is going to be caught. Nice job of coming back to the football right at midfield by Cooper Irvin. His first catch of the year, a 9-yard reception, will move the sticks at the 50-yard line with 8 minutes to go. And so Irvin with the catch, his 10th reception of the year, and the ball right at the 50. 1st and 10, Scott City. They'll send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ball at the 50. Back to pass as Metzger has time, fires it down the field, and a little bit too far for the quick Aiden Tarango. Just could not get underneath that ball. 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock with 7:54 to go, fourth quarter. Football presented here by True North Cafe, True North Cattle Company, Turner Sheet Metal, also Vogelmore Family Farms, Western Kansas Insurance Service, Western State Bank, Windland Electric, White's Food Liner, Wilkins Physical Therapy, and Winderland Farms. They'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for Scott City right at midfield. With 7:54 remaining. A 4-receiver set 2-by-2. From the left hash mark, Metzger takes the lower snap, but has time. Rolls to his right, steps up, fires it, and it's almost intercepted. And then it's caught off the deflection by Couchman at the 43-yard line. It was almost picked off by, I think, by Kean Ramey, a sophomore, but deflected. Couchman will get credit for the catch for 7, and it sets up a 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 at the 43-yard line. Scott City will take something. They haven't had anything much go their way this second half, so that'll work. The Beavers tonight, 4 of 8 on 3rd downs. Facing 3rd and 3, 43-yard line of Clay Center with 7:20 to go, down 34. 3 receiver set as Metzger rolls to his left, steps up, swings it out high, caught first down, 31-yard line to Aiden Tarango. On a gain of 12 and brought down right there by Kyan Ramey, excuse me. And that puts him over 100 yards passing, 104 passing. And the 4th reception for 54 yards for Aiden Tarango. 7th play of the drive coming up here with 7:02 in a running clock, 4th quarter. 47-13 Clay Center. A 3 receiver set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, a wing to the left. As they'll send a man in motion, that's Weeby. And we got movement all across, and Scott City moved. And that'll be their 4th penalty of the night and set up a 1st and 15 with 6:51 to go. Don't have a whole lot more updates for you here. Garden City trailing 18-7 at Manhattan in the first at halftime. That's a Quick first half, 32 miles away from here. Last check, Hugoton was trailing Wichita Collegiate at the break, 17-14. Colby and Holcomb tied at 6 after the first quarter. First and 15, Scott City at the 36, and Clay Center blitz off the edge, and Metzger does a good job tucking up run outside the numbers, 25. Oh, he lowered his shoulder and got the first down to the 19-yard line. How about that from number 2? And a nice run of 17 and a first down. Jed Hayes with the tackle, but not before a 17-yard run and a first down to the 19-yard line with 6:22 in a running clock. Scott City enters the Wheatland Electric red zone for the third time tonight. A low snap rolling to his right is Metzger on the run, fires it to Couchman, makes the catch, gets a block 15 and takes it to the 12. And a late flag, that'll be a face mask, and it'll be a half the distance to the goal on that one. So a 7-yard pitch and catch from Metzger to Couchman. And add half the distance to the goal with the face mask. That'll be a 1st and 10 for Scott City. That's their 15th 1st and 10 of the night. They have not, moving the ball has not been the issue. It's been self-inflicted mistakes tonight by Scott City. They'll have okay, it's only a 4-yard penalty. Okay. So half the distance to go from the 12 to the 8. 6 penalty, 39 yards for Clay Center, and they have the goal to go at the 8. Halfway mark, fourth quarter, 47-13, Scott City trails. Metzger on 1st and goal, swings it out to left for Tarango. He'll make the catch, a little bubble screen. Now bounce to the outside 5-yard line and brought down out of bounds at the 4. He's brought down that time by Ethan Leitzel, the safety, but a 4-yard pitch and catch. And the 13th completion, make that 13th completion on 19 attempts for 114 yards. Make that 115 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks. This is the 9th play of this drive for Scott City. 5:51 to go, fourth quarter, 2nd and goal, 4-yard line. Metzger to take the snap, steps back. Now will tuck it up, and he'll run it himself to the right. Yeah, and he will get in. Touchdown, Scott City. Drew Metzger in from 4 yards out. He has his 3rd rushing score of the year, his 2nd rushing touchdown in as many weeks, and it is now 47-19 with 5:44 to go. So Scott City with a nice 74-yard drive on 9 plays. I'll go for 2. The Beavers have only attempted 1 2-point conversion this year. That was a 3-minute and 29-second drive for Scott City. But they're 0 for 1 on 2-point conversions this year. From the 3. Metzger with an empty backfield, sends a man in motion, play fake to Couchman as he bootlegs to his right. Wide open is Wheeler, and he walks in for the 2-pointer. It's 47-21 with 5:44 to go. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Beaver Football. Scott City.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
All right, that scoring drive for Scott City. A nice drive there. They run off about 3.5 minutes, 9 plays, 74 yards. Actually, I was corrected. Thank you, Tim, there, and hopefully you got some good treats on trick-or-treating. It was actually 2001 when Scott City gave up 55 points to Wamego. I had that wrong, but I was hoping it was 6 decades ago, but that's not the case. Anyway, Scott City 47-21. They trail with 5:44 to go. As it'll be Solis to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Clay Center has their hands team on the field, and here's an onside kick, a couple of bounces. Clay Center will take it at the 42-yard line. That one recovered by Caden. Good kicker to kicker, number 3 to number 3. So I was wrong initially. I said I had it written down wrong, but last time was 55-32 with back in 2001. Last time Scott City gave up over 50 points in a ball game, ironically to an NCKL team. 5:44 to go, 1st and 10, Clay Center at their own 42-yard line, and once again they have good field position. They bring in a new quarterback. That'll be Chase Kissinger, the 140-pound freshman. Handed off on 1st down left side, and Eisenhower will bring down Jet Hayes for a gain of a yard. Eisenhower, leading tackler this year, maybe all league opportunity here for him. He's really had a great junior campaign, and 2nd and 9, 5:20 to go in this season. Clay Center will head to Andale next week. That was a one-sided affair by the Indians a year ago. They're the heavy favorites to win 3A. That was a 74-0 game a year ago. Still a pretty good Andale team this year. 2nd and 9, 43-yard line, 5 minutes to go. They'll run the option keeper. The quarterback will keep it himself, and he'll get taken down at the 46 for about a 3-yard gain. Couchman with the tackle for Kissinger. Sets up they'll give him 4 to the 47. It'll set up a 3rd and 5 with 4.5 to go. Clay Center tonight, 3 of 8 on 3rd down. As he goes under center here. Man in motion. Oh, nope, they did not move into the neutral zone. Scott City was close to doing that. Now they'll change the play. They move that back in motion, then the quarterback gets out from under center, and then he goes back under. They go left side on 3rd down, and big pop that time. Gossman and Eisenhower will wrestle down the ball carrier. Leitzel for maybe 1-yard gain to the 49. Setting up, or 2-yard gain, 4th and 3, and punt unit will come out. Here with 3:50 to go. Been kind of a roller coaster of a season for Scott City. Played so well against Hoisington in that 15-minute affair. They got canceled. They were up 14-7, then came out and blasted Ulysses, losing a heartbreaker to Hugoton, then lost one to Holcomb. It was a tight game for a while, and then came back and bounced back with a good win at Goodland, and then really did a good win against Colby last week. A fluttering kick. It'll take a couple of bounces. Couchman will pick it up at the 15-yard line. Surveys. Almost had a block in the back. Now there is a flag. So he takes it across the 20-25 and is knocked out at about the 30-yard line. There's a flag at about the 27-yard line with the clock stopped at 3:10. All right, 3:10 to go. We'll hopefully get Coach Jim Turner up here post-game, and that's just one of those games where everything that could go wrong did to begin the 3rd quarter for Scott City. They're scussing the flag at the 30-yard line. Beavers will probably have it at about their own 18, or it depends if it's a spot foul. 10-yard penalty, 1st and 10. They'll mark this at the 20. So it's a spot foul from the 30. Ulysses will fall at Rose Hill tonight, 36-13. Scott City's 5th penalty for 30 yards. And the Beavers will have it at their own 20 with 3:10 to go. Clay Center subbed in a lot of their second unit out there. They didn't have a lot of numbers this year. They only had 37 on the roster. 1st and 10, Metzger, the number 1 offense with one more run throughout the year, goes left side to Tarango. That could be a pretty good combo next year. Nice catch for a 1st down of 15 to the 35-yard line. Has 6 catch for 73 yards, career high in receiving yards for him, for Tarango. Holcomb has opened up a 26-12 halftime lead at home against Colby. Timeout on the official timeout 2:53 to go. We thank you all for listening throughout the year. Clearwater shuts out Goodland tonight, 48-0. Back to passes, Metzger on first down, surveys, now steps up and runs it. 40-yard line, now cuts it back into the 43. He'll gain 8 on first down. It'll bring up a second and short at the 2:40 mark of the fourth quarter. He has now 27 yards on 9 carries. 2nd and 3, 2.5 to go. You can hear archives of the broadcast all season long on Spotify. It's Scott City Beaver Sports on Mix 94.5. Coaches shows, audio for ball games. 2nd down and 3 coming up 42, or make that 43-yard line 2nd and 2. Metzger steps up. He'll throw it late, underthrown and incomplete. Sets up a 3rd and 10 as he attempts his 21st pass of the night. That stops the clock with 2:07 to go. 3rd and 2, 43-yard line with 2:07 left. A 26-point third quarter separated these teams. 47-21 your score. Scott City tonight, 5 of 10 on third downs. They've been pretty good there. Wheeler on third down, sidesteps one, and he will maybe get the first down, depending on where they mark it. It's right at the 45. He gets to the line, and they mark it on the 45. It's a first down, and they do call it a oh, wow. Yep, they do call it a first down. The nose of the football touching the 45. So the Beavers are now 6 of 11 on third downs. Minute 55 to go in this one. Clay Center will go to 6 and 3 with a trip to Andale, and they've ended their season far too many times over the last few years. Play fake for Metzger on first down as he rolls to his right, steps up, fires it deep downfield, almost making the catch. Wiebe. Oh, he had a step on the defender that time. Ben Leitzel, the freshman, 2nd and 10 inside the 15-yard line. That stops the clock with 94 seconds to go. Ball for the Beavers at their own 45, 2nd and 10 with 1:34 remaining. Be the 7th play of this drive. 47-21 is your score. Man in motion on 2nd down. Metzger will throw it back side to Couchman. He'll make the catch. 45-40. 35 down the left sideline, and Couchman will have one more house call for his career. Touchdown, Scott City. 55-yard pitch and catch that time from Drew Metzger to Caden Couchman. And it is 47-27 with 1:22 to go, and an 80-yard touchdown drive for Scott City with 1:22 to go. Minute 48 off that drive, 47-27, and Scott City will see what they decide to do here. They'll go for 2 again. They've converted 1 earlier here tonight. Man in motion from the 3. Play fake. Metzger rolls to his right. Steps up, looks, he's got a man wide open in the back of the end zone, and Kevin Wiebe, 9 7/8 yards deep in the end zone, wide open for the 2-point conversion, and makes it 47-29 with 1:22 to go. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Beaver Football.
Check out.
I'm David Post, and I live right here in Scott City. I'm proud to help my neighbors protect their homes, farms, and businesses, because this is my community too. At Iron Insurance Partners, we're here for you on game day and every day, helping you protect what matters most, because your hometown is our hometown. Give us a call or stop by today.
Well, Scott City had one more house call for a couple seniors, as with 1:13 to go, or 1:22 to go, excuse me. It was Caden Catchman on a 55-yard touchdown pass from Drew Metzger on a kind of a throwback. And then the two-point conversion, Metzger to Kevin Wiebe in the back of the end zone to make it 47-29 with 1:22 to go. Here's a short kick. It's a live ball inside the 30. Still live as it's fallen on all the way back at the 21-yard line. That's worked about as good as it has tonight. And that'll be the second worst field position for Clay Center at the 21 with 1:21 to go. They may run about 2 plays left here if they decide to stay in bounds and run time with their second team out there. Clay Center heads to Andale next week. Scott City will have their season come to an end here at 5-3. I know a disappointing loss here tonight. 4 turnovers, just too much to overcome. Looks like Clay Center is going to go to the victory formation. This is the first loss here in this round for Scott City. You have to go back to the Pratt game of 98 in the Week 9 by-district game. They were 23-3 in this round. And one kneel down, 2nd and 12, with final 68 seconds to go. That's a team loss of -2 on that. Offense did some good things tonight. Defense really had a tough time stopping Clay Center here. It all started with the kickoff returns that set up some shorter field for the Tigers, and they were just able to go downhill all night. And they took advantage of a lot of miscues as well. Let's kneel down with 1 second on the play clock with 40 seconds to go. And that'll be about it here. I don't think they have to snap it anymore. Clay Center will advance to the second round of the playoffs. The regional round next week, they will head to Andale as they put up a 26 spot in the third quarter and take care of Scott City tonight, 47-29. Clay Center now 6-3 on the year. Scott City ends their season at 5-3 as the teams will head to the center of the field and exchange good games, fives, and that'll be it for football season for Scott City. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll come back with some final stats and hopefully a post-game interview as well. We'll be back in 3 minutes. This is Beaver Football.
On the plains of western Kansas, where the sunsets gleam, stands our home, Scout High forever. Students, friends, and teams, hail to you, our alma mater, Beaver strong and true. Win or lose, we stand.